I've got the latest version of the Baton series of flashlights in the Olight range. This is the Baton 3 Pro, an absolutely great little flashlight for everyday carry and specifically for utility side of the market. We are checking it out today. So today, as stated, we are doing the Baton 3 Pro. This is the latest edition in the everyday carry flashlight range for the Olight brand. Close to the same size as the arc felt. Now you guys know that I love the arc felt because it was so easy to carry, nice and flat profile. This is really easy to carry as well, but we've jumped back to the rounded side of the flashlight, and it's a side button. Now I see you guys, well, some of my followers scoffing at a side button because everyone wants to be tactical, everyone wants to have that rear button. But I think the side button, there's definitely a space for it in the everyday carry market, and it's definitely something that I like in my flashlights. There's a couple of advantages in this, having a side switch on a flashlight. One is being compact. So remember, there's not many unnecessary things on a flashlight. So if you take off the battery of the flashlight, that's basically it, and the battery still goes up until there. So there's not much of a space there for unnecessary things. So having a side button means that you're carrying a much more compact version of a flashlight. So we see that in other brands as well, where having a tail switch actually lengthens the flashlight quite a bit, which means that it's going to be slightly more uncomfortable to carry. What I like about a side switch as well is having it in the same position the whole time. So the great thing about this flashlight is it forces you to put it in the same space, because this pocket clip, which is a deep carry pocket clip as well, it has a specific way of facing the flashlight. So we're not going to get too carried away with things because that's for the afterthought. Let's have a closer look first, and then some of the specs for this flashlight. As you would expect, this is a quality box, really nice graphics on it, cool texture, quality packaging from Olight. As you can see, it's the cool white version, which I really like. I like cool white on my flashlight. 5-year quality warranty promise. Very cool. Some of the specs. So if you find this flashlight in a shop, you can check out the specs before buying, or you can just check out my video where we are at now. So very cool. But you guys don't care about the box. No, you don't. Let's run through a couple of things that you get inside of the box as well. So let's run through a couple of them. Of course, you get a flashlight, which you would expect. Flashlight comes with a battery as well, which is a 18650 battery. With the flashlight, it has a neat little pouch, which is very nice. Bit of a suede feel to it, which is cool. Not entirely sure what for. Maybe if you give it as a present, or just storing all your goodies together if you maybe traveling, something like that. But your flashlight needs to be in your pockets. Course. Magnetic charger, because this is a magnetic charger in the back. So of course we expect that from Olight. It's going to clip on there, which is cool, and it's going to give you a light indication. Red is going to say that's charging, green means that it's finished charging. This is the same charger as a couple of lights of mine. The Arcfeld uses the same MCC charger, magnetic charger, as well as the Warrior X of mine. Okay, moving on is this is the I'm not too sure what to call it, but it's almost like a stand. The nice thing about this is if you have a certain space where you use a flashlight often, well, of course you do, because it's load shedding quite often in South Africa. So what you do is you mount this onto your wall where you do some of your reading, maybe in your study, and this just clips onto that. It holds it in place as you have a light source, which is very, very cool. Nice and thoughtful from Olight. Okay, moving on. Let's run through some of the other specs of the flashlight. So the high setting is going to be 1500 lumens, IPX8, which means that it is submersible, 1.5 meter drop tested, and then 7900 candelas. Yo, that's quite a mouthful. Okay, so moving on now. Battery, as you've seen in the beginning of the video, is removable. The battery is going to be a 18650, 3200 milliamp hour battery, 3.6 volts, which is cool. Yeah, Very, very nice little flashlight, deep carry pocket clip, as you can see. It's nice and light as well, so you can actually use it with a cap. So if you don't have a headlamp, here's the Olight cap. It just moves onto the cap, and you can use it as a headlamp, which is very cool. It's not just going to come off, it's going to bite on properly, which is cool. Okay, so moving on, using the flashlight, it's a side switch. So if you press it, it has a light there. See the green light, which means that it is fully charged. If you want to switch between the modes, you're going to press and hold. It's going to run through the power settings as it runs through. Cool. If you are in any power setting, you double tap it and it's going to go to turbo mode, which is the full power that you get. Switching it off, you just press it again. Switching it on, it's just going to run through the power mode if you press and hold it again, which is very cool. It does have a memory function, so if you switch it off and you switch it on again, it's going to go to the same power setting that you used it previously. Let's go to some beam shots. So this is 15 lumens, this is 5 meters away. If I press and hold it in, it goes to 120 lumens. Press and hold it, 600 lumens. Check how nice is that hotspot. It's a nice hotspot with quite a bit of spill on the side. For double tap, it's going to go to 1500 lumens. Let's bump this out, let's see what the identification is like. Up until the tire, that's going to be 15 meters. Up to the wall, that's going to be 30 meters. Past that is going to be 40 meters. Let's run it up to the tree. As you can see, that's very, very nice for a little light like this. Check that hotspot, check that spill. It's definitely more of a utility light. As you can see, it's nice identification, nice color, sort of green. It's still winter, so bear with me with the ugly grass, but that's very, very cool. Anyways, runtime on turbo mode, this is 1500 lumens. You can maintain that for 2 minutes, and then after that it's going to bump it out to 600 lumens, and you can maintain that for 177 minutes. Okay, so normal price for this flashlight is 1,599 Rand. This is going on special. The dates will be down in the description. This is for the OFAN Day special that's running this month. So then it's going to go on sale for 1,119 Rand and 30 cents. Very specific. Anyways, so that's going to be the price for it, and I think that's an absolute bargain for this flashlight. As we stated earlier, there's quite a bit of technology that went into this flashlight as well. Some of the basics that you would expect: aircraft grade aluminium, hard anodizing, which is great. It has a battery indicator, deep carry pocket clip. Cool thing as well is it does have a proximity sensor, so it's not going to burn a hole in your pocket. If it does switch on accidentally in your pocket, it's not going to keep on having the same max power setting that you left it on last. It's just going to bump it down, and it's not going to get as hot as it normally would, which is really cool. Grip on it is really nice. It's really an easy user flashlight, and that's one of the things that's nice about the arc felt as well, as I've referenced earlier. Is what's the best flashlight out there? There's going to be huge debate about it. There's different features, different makes, different candelas, different lumens, different LEDs that they use inside the flashlight. Who cares about that? When you need a flashlight, the best flashlight is going to be the one on you. It's the same as firearms as well. It doesn't matter if you have a super racing gun in your safe and you don't have a defensive pistol on you. It doesn't matter what you have, it's what you have on you. That's the main thing. And this is one of those flashlights that carries so easily, it almost disappears in your back pocket. It's so easy to carry. It's basically almost just carrying a battery. It just feels like you're carrying a 18650 battery, which is freaking awesome. Nice thing about that as well is because you have it with you, you are going to be able to use it. There's no need for a tactical tail switch if you aren't going to use it in a tactical scenario. That's, let's say, with your firearms, things like that. You can use a side switch for your firearm as well, but that's why you have a weapon mounted light. Anyway guys, hope you enjoyed this review. It's just a quick one, quick thoughts, quick rundown of this really nice flashlight, the Baton 3 Pro. Great quality, and I'll see you guys later for some EDC tips and some training tips as well. Cheers guys. Like, share, subscribe. Oh yeah, please like, share, subscribe. And the link to buy this flashlight will be down in the description. Anyways, see you later. Cheers.